Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today is the next stage of retro review, and we have got to look at today the 1DS Mark II from 2004, I believe this came out. So this is going to be today's look at. So what we'll do first, as always, we'll go through the specs of the camera itself and the design, and then we'll go from there. So let's look at that now. Okay, so here is the 1DS Mark II. This is from 2004. This camera was $8,000 when it came out brand new, and I've just paid £209 to buy this now in 2023. Incredible bit of kit, 16 megapixels, so huge amount of sort of data you can get from the full frame sensor itself in here. Only 4 frames a second though, so let's have a listen to what old school 4 frames a second sounds like. There we are there. But yeah, it's really nice actually to kind of look at it though, because say it's, for the times, a lot of equipment, and it still has the older school really big battery, which you have to plug in separately into a little sort of cable charger rather than the more modern dual chargers, but still has the really small screen on the back. So this is the tiny screen, the same one that is in the 1D Mark II and the 1DS. So the really small screen here, really big old school dial. The difference being on this one here, this has dual card for redundancy, so you've got a CF card and a SD card in here, but you still have all your go-to controls that you usually would. You don't have your autofocus button on the back, which you very much used to using now, but you have all your mode buttons on the top here. And what's interesting with this is, instead of usually on a modern camera you click on the mode and you kind of then have it scroll there, you've got to hold it down to then change it through the different modes on here, and then you've got to hit combination. So to get drive, I've got to hit mode and ISO together, and then I can change the mode from here. If I want to get ISO, it's AF and ISO, and then I can change the ISO manually all the way through all the options here, all the way up to 1600 ISO on there, and then I can go mode. I've got drive is those two, and then I've got everything else on here as well, so offset and everything like that. So everything's there you'd expect. Then you've got your menu functions all through on here as well, display functions, and then what you're shooting with as well is all down there like you expect. Obviously has the inbuilt battery grip as well on the side, which is, you can turn it on and off if you need to. I always tend to leave them on, but very nice looking camera. Say works, I always buy working examples, so I want to test them obviously for you guys, but you know, it's going to be interesting to see what these come out with photos wise. Being 16 megapixels is, like, if you can compare it to the R6 that we just got on the channel now, that's only 20, so it's only 4 less than that. But obviously the drive system, the sensor in there, it's not all about megapixels obviously, but there isn't much megapixel difference between these two cameras is all I'm saying, and there is almost a, getting on for a 20-year age gap between the two of them. So yeah, it will be good to get the 1DS out and have a look at the photos that we get from it. So that's the 1DS Mark II and all the specs and everything about this camera. Super excited actually to go outside and use this one. Being 16 megapixels, super high megapixel for especially around the time 2004, and it should actually produce a fairly decent full frame image. So even though it's a little bit slower than what I'm used to personally using, it's still, I believe, going to be a fairly decent camera to go out and shoot with. And I'm only 2 cameras away now. We've got the 3 cameras away, 1D Mark III, 1D Mark IV and 1DS Mark III. And then the sort of overview part of this series is done. Then we're going to start taking each individual camera out and take photos with them and review the photos and everything like that. So if you're enjoying this series, please subscribe. Comment as you always are about your experiences with these cameras, and I will catch you guys later on in the next episode when we'll be looking at the 1D Mark III. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.